Welcome back to Ben's Machines. Today we're going to continue working on the Landini. We're still waiting for a few parts, but I have a few more parts to get a little bit further ahead on the tractor rebuild. So today we're going to do just a smattering of things. We're going to probably work at installing the operator chair, putting some parts of the dash, the console together, and maybe some other things. So we're just going to get into it and see how far we go. But first, let me give you a quick walk around on things that we have under the go. So let's walk around here. So as you know, we're working on the Burnt Landini. I've got some of the parts here kind of staged and ready to go. That's for this tractor. Over here we have the 1966 Barracuda Fastback. So some of the viewers already know that this is our project car. It's been back in the shop here for a couple of months. The metal work's been done. The car's been sprayed with epoxy primer. So like the frame or the body is 100% sound and solid. So right over here we've got the hoods back here. And then right behind the hood, I've got the two doors. So the two doors are right here. So everything has been put into epoxy primer and sanded. So here, over here by the body, I've got the two fenders inside. So this is a long-term project that we're going to cover in a future video. And then over here is, these are just like miscellaneous parts for the Barracuda right here that are staged, some new and some old. Then over here we have another project. So this is another Landini tractor. This is a 3640H. So it's a hydrostatic transmission. So it actually belongs to a friend of mine. It needs some maintenance and some work. There's a few parts that are broken, and there's a pretty big hydraulic leak in the low pressure side of the line that feeds the hydraulic pump. So we're going to look into that and hopefully fix that. There's a couple of little odds and ends that need to be looked at. So let's go into the other part of the main shop. So baby Landini and big brother Landini is here. And then here on this side of the shop, this is my new build. So I picked up this 1970s Alice Chalmer rough terrain forklift. So I haven't really been profiling a lot of this rebuild on the channel, but basically did some work on the engine. I had the engine out. I put new rings in on the pistons and reinstalled the pistons. I've got some new rod bolts in it and a whole bunch of new parts. So I think I got about 10 hours worth of work in order to finish this off. If you come over here, I'm starting to work at the electrical side of things. A lot of the wiring was burnt, or it got hot and the insulation burnt off. So I'm going through that, and yeah. So that's this project. Here's the counterweight right over here, and then right over here I have a whole bunch of. I've got gear oil, hydraulic oil, engine oil, filters. So I'll be doing a service on a case backhoe. It's the 580 Super N backhoe. That's coming up in the near future. I'll probably make a video on how to do that kind of maintenance work. So that's an update on where we are. Let's get started now on working on our Landini. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to reinstall the floor mat. It's been laying around on the ground and I'm sick of walking on it. So I'm just going to put the mat down, and I don't think that's going to interfere with any other part of the rebuild. So we'll get that put down, and then we'll start working on setting up our seat. So let me get my tools. All right, so the next step we're going to do is we're going to piece together or rebuild this dash for the console. I don't have all the parts, so let me show you what I have here. So here's the replacement dash panel. And so all these pockets right here, they accommodate the different switches and toggle switches. And then the dash, which is, we have the new dash panel, which is right here. The problem is that I'm still missing the inserts that allow for the toggle switches to pop in. But on the other hand, it's time to get things going. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put as much as what we have already together, and maybe as the parts come in, which they're on back order right now, when I get them, I'll just maybe have to take it apart partially and then finalize the reinstallation. But for now, let's just put it back together, and we'll see how far we get. So let's start. So we'll start off by installing the dash. So here's the new dash, and here is the not so new but the reclaimed metal frame that comes off the old one. So this goes like this, and then this sits inside like that. Now what I need is these little screws right here. These are the original, and I just sprayed them with some metal etching primer. Here's the new dash with the support frame, and then the support frame, we install it now to this. There, protective film is off. All right, so that's done. We have the light switch somewhere. Here's the light switch here. We'll see what's all involved with installing it. Oh, so this one, he just clips in because there's two tabs. So light switch goes here. Put your pigtail inside. Okay, so see just gonna line up the tabs. That in, there, switch. Okay, so from this view, you can see the tabs are engaged. I'd say that's fine. All right, so let's bring this over to the dash or the tractor and we'll figure out what happens next. So, move that there. I'm gonna have to hook up these wires because they go to the back of the panel, but let's get it more or less into its position first, and then maybe I can massage it after. Gentle. Not so gentle. Okay, so that goes like that. Here's a boot. So this boot goes here up here on the shuttle shift. So let's put this on before I get too far ahead of myself. So maybe afterwards I can get this in place, I think, but let's get it at least here. These two pieces should go together. You might be noticing that one's gray, one's black. I can only assume that is intentional. Let's go work here on the desk. And here's the port where I have to connect the new ignition switch. Let's put the ignition switch. So there's a new ignition switch that we had to buy, and that's because the old one was melted. Here it is. So new key. So in order to install this, you just remove this top nice bezel part, remove this, and then there's a little notch here, so you'll just line up the notch with the plastic, so just like so. And then on goes this, and then this little rubber washer, and then you just thread this back on. I will put this tight, and I'll use a pair of channel locks and a rag so I don't destroy the chrome finish, and then grab it and then give it an extra little turn. There you go. So that's nice and secure. And when the tractor is parked outside in the inclement weather, you can just put this cover on and it keeps the water out. All right, so let's go put this in place, or let's go figure out what we do next. I'll connect this up. Wait for the click. Okay, you heard the click? And then now this should go like so. Okay, and then 2, 3 10mm bolts. So that's connected. Let's connect the wires, and I'll put a rag here so I don't scratch up the dash. All right, next. Okay, so the moment of truth, gang, is to see whether or not our burnt wire connectors will actually connect properly or tight enough to the new dash. So we will go with let's put him in first. One. I heard the click. Did you hear the click? This one. Not much room here. Two. Oh, yes. Did you hear that? And then this little tab, I guess, has to go and match or meet up to there. So that's holding on. I have connectors here. Let's make sure these connectors are coming out like that. That goes like that, and then maybe we just attach the dash. So there you go. I got this side in place. There's a little slot here. So that's there. This slot is in. And then I think we have a 10 millimeter. I'll put a 10 millimeter bolt there just to tie that in. I like this. See how this is protruding? And I have new toggle switches. We'll connect those. Okay, so here are the 10 millimeter bolts. Since we may have to do this again, I'm just going to make sure that there's some anti-seize paste on that so that they don't give us a problem later on. Okay, let's go do the other side. Oh, I just remembered. I think there's a screw. There's a screw bolt that goes there and there. Okay. Actually, guess what? This actually went into its proper spot automatically. I'll put another bolt down below. Okay. So I've got the bolt started hand tight, but got to make sure these pigtails are up there. And then don't forget I've got to get the two bolts in up here, so I'll just do that and that. And then lift up. Careful. I'll put them all in first and then tighten. That's good. Good. Okay, don't want to break it. It's tight enough. And then, okay. Wow, there you go. Finally, the dash. Reinstalled. The new boot is installed. Now we had this to contend with, like this. You know what I should do is let me show you the new rocker switches. So here are the 4 rocker switches. These are brand new, and let's get these installed. So 4-wheel drive switches on this side, and this has 4 pins. This one has 5 pins, so the one with the most I'll put here. Wait for the click. That's in. And then the hazard, put the hazard in. And then this will hang out like this, and then we'll do the other side. And I managed to infer what these are. So this is the PTO manual versus auto. So that's this one. Okay, and this is just PTO on and off. So this will go here. There we go. So there. This can't fall. Well, if it does fall back in, it's no big deal. So now let's let's get that other piece of plastic and get that installed, shall we? So I've got 3 10mm nuts or bolts. Let's see how this works. So this will go up here, lower that goes like that, and then this will come up like that. I gotta see if I can get the two pieces to match up. There, see? One side, this side. Yes. All right, now, don't celebrate yet. There should be a bolt that goes up in there. Let's see. Kind of going blind here, but it's, oh, it slipped. No, I need to somehow find where that bolt goes. Right there. That bolt goes right here. Ah, it slid down again. There. Got it. Okay. And then probably from down up there, maybe. Let's try it. Is this really happening where it's actually coming back together after how many months? I don't know how we remember where this stuff goes. Oh no. Just focus on what you're doing here, Ben. Let's see if this is correct or not. I need the 3-inch extension. Okay, and then we'll put this other one in here. That's it. And then this is actually original. We're using this one. Didn't have to get a new one of these. It survived. Just put that in. Like so. Just keeps the water and the dust from getting in. So I have that bolt tightened, these two tightened. I've got this, the 4 bolts on the console tightened. Let's see. That works. Let's put the steering wheel on, I guess. So, brand new steering wheel. As you can see, there's a spline on it. I'll just put some anti-seize on here just in case I have to come back and take it off. I'd rather not have to need a puller. So we'll slide the new steering wheel on. I think that was good. And then you put a lock washer. And then there's a nut. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll use my impact and I'll drive that nut in. Okay. 17. Perfect. And then there's a cap that goes on top of here to seal that up. Here's the cap right here, just a plastic cap. So there, that's done. Let's put our new knobs on here so I don't impale myself on this metal anymore like I've done in the past. So let's get that. This is the throttle. So here's the throttle. So in case you need, for reference, here's the part number for the knob. And then here's the part number for forward, neutral, and reverse for the shuttle shift. Okay? Wow, this is great. Finally getting these parts on. Oh boy. Might need to get the hammer to tap that on. So I'll get it started first. Okay, and then now I'll go get a hammer and we'll tap these on. That's it. I just put a little bit of tape on the end of the hammer so I don't mash up the end. It's on. That's it. There. The next step, let's finish the operate area. So we have this side panel, this grip is on. Let's finish this side panel and we'll install our new grip for the loader. Let's do that next.